Thank you. This open mic list is definitely interesting. But I was thinking about that the blind joke with the gun, with the carry the one, the better enforcement on guns or whatever. You got to think about like Daredevil though, you know. He's got to have some kind of rights or something. I wasn't watching the thing on Netflix. I was just thinking about that. Anyways, proud member, or I was a proud member of the United States Navy. Somebody was talking about white masks, and it was the Game of Thrones, right? And like having somebody like wipe your ass for you or whatever. But there was a kid on my, I think it was my second deployment. We ended up losing in Israel, like kind of a fun story. That kind of sealed the deal there. But anyways, that's a story for another time. But he ended up spending like, bless his heart, I need to contact that guy. But he ended up spending like literally all his money at the O Palace in beautiful Rota, Spain. And he actually had his ass wiped, which was pretty cool. So pretty racy, right? All right, you know, I'd be afraid of that, right? That would be one of the things I'd certainly be afraid of. And another thing that I'm afraid of is flying, right? And so I had, like I said, been stationed in the Navy, and I developed this crazy fear of flying. And so I did what any 26-year-old male would do, alpha male. I'm going to say alpha here, because I can be whatever I want to be right now. But I did what any 26-year-old alpha male would do, and I brought my mom along, right? And that's like the one thing, like, I mean, it's plain there's actually more than just my mom and I, because I went to public school. Anyways, you get on that flight, you know, and they close the curtain to first class, and it just becomes like a confessional in there, right? And, you know, I'm like, man, I gotta come clean, you know? Because there was one time, well, actually, let's say 2 times, all right? There was a little bit of talk about masturbation, so I'm gonna get a little racy here. And my wonderful mom, who I decided to take with me, we've patched up our relationship since then, but she had actually caught me masturbating one time. And I didn't think that was like that big of a deal, but I think they were getting kind of like a little bit worried, you know, because it was, because there wasn't anybody else there, and so they were wondering if I liked it and stuff. Kind of weird, but I'm still talking to a therapist about it. Do some psychotherapy that way. How about, where do we go from here? So let's talk more about my childhood, right? Because I think we're making a breakthrough here. So the other day, I went through a store and right through Christmas time and everything else, so they had all the toys out for all the kids, the latest marketing gimmick, right? And I went through there and I was like, you know, I found a couple good old-fashioned favorites. You know, we had the ant farm, right? We had this and that and the other thing. And it was like they had the same thing, but they put a little flair on it, right? So there was like an ant farm, but it had rainbow spinning rims on it, right? Cool. Yeah, I didn't like that one either. All right, yeah. Oh, so let's finish that first joke, right? Yeah, because I know you guys are paying attention at home. Okay, so, you know, the curtain in first class closes, you know, and there's like the lady friend and myself in there, you know, and I was replenishing the funds in the pork wallet, kind of a fun fact. And, you know, I had to say, you know, Mama gotta come clean, and it was not a crock pot of boiled oysters under the bed. All right, so I was really impressed because it was 17 degrees coming here. And then I passed by the bank and they said 12 degrees. And it's kind of like, you know, just not seeing the dividends that I'm making that way. Yeah, I just made that up just now. That was pretty cool. Austin, Texas, huh? Live music capital of the world, home of my sister. One of them, right? You know, it's hard being an alpha male and all that when, you know, you got 2 sisters growing up, right? So, you know, I had to be on top of the Barbie game and the G.I. Joe game, you know? So, definitely stepped it up that way. But they actually were handing out Mexican Coke there, right? And I thought that was one of the things. I'm like, you better get that while it's hot, right? Because when Trump gets his wall, they're gonna be humming a different tune. So those things should be selling like hotcakes. All right, so like seeing movies, right? We got any movies fans? I know we were talking about TV, and I think Netflix may be taking away a little bit from the theaters or something, but that's kind of like, you go on a date, right? And you say, hey, let's see a movie. Something like innocuous like that, but it's kind of like an excuse for something, kind of like the Netflix and chill nowadays. I'm reading about this stuff. I'm trying to keep up. So much stuff changes. But it's kind of like getting a back rub for like therapeutic purposes. Okay, so things are a little bit different nowadays. We had the Twilight phenomenon. Everyone's still kind of feeling the hangover from that, right? Sparkly vampires, that was something else. But I gotta give it to you, because coming out of the military and everything else, getting transitioning back into civilian life, seeing what everything else is like, it's a lot, And I remember, I had a transitional period in my life as well. And that was like when I was going to high school, actually junior high. Who am I lying? You can see the little saggy eyes, whatever. Oh, baggy eyes, the little puffy eyes. Puffy eyes, thank you. That's why I keep the audience around. Anyways, things were a little bit different, That was the era of the boy band. And, the kids nowadays are worried about getting turned into a vampire, right? If you still subscribe to the dogma that is Twilight, the phenomenon, this saga of Twilight, right? But the worst thing I had to worry about was, getting hair gel flung in my eye from a quick neck movement. So things a little bit different there. Okay, so fantastic. So how about organ donation? Anybody cool with organ donation? Sir, you can through all my myriad of papers, and I saw something from the DMV. They sent out a new address. So I'm officially a DeKalb resident, which is phenomenal. I really feel part of the community now. But it says, do you want to be an organ donor and everything else? And I am actually a student too. So they had a Be the Hero campaign at school, right? And I would lose my train of thought. Dang it. No, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes, I would do. Okay, thank you. 2 seconds. Let's rewind. So I would totally be an organ donor. However, I ate at school and it cost me a kidney. Oh, there we go. Thank you for holding out with that one. How about genealogy, right? Anybody look up their family tree and all that? I have not. I have not. But I went to the DeKalb Public Library today, now that I am a DeKalb resident, and I got a library card, right? As I get older, I'm like, man, let's keep it realistic. Let's get a library card today, and we'll be good to go, right? So I did that, and I feel very accomplished. And then I even came here, so that was even better. But yeah, hell yeah. All right, so we're gonna call that a day. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Keep it going for Mark, everybody.